Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Riven 2024. We have finished reading Gen's journal and played with some fire marbles up in his laboratory there. And learned a lot about this stuff. And found out that he is making linking books with the intention of resettling the Rivenese on a more stable island somewhere else, although if he wrote it, doubt it's going to be that much more stable. Next factor is that stuff we were doing with the marbles in the Starry Expanse area is part of powering his linking books because they are defective on Riven partially because Gen's an idiot and partially because I don't know. I'm thinking mostly it's because Gen's an idiot. This looks like that weird shaped double plateau island. Okay, that's weird. And we saw there's a ladder on the left side of this thing, and there's also a door here on the right, so we'll have to come back as soon as this thing returns itself. And the only way to go from here on this side of the trail, or track, is through here. We have some weird extra blue kind of water. Those little, probably lights. Almost looks like an elevator shaft in a pool of water. Alright, and we're walking alongside some other pools. And if our character wasn't water-soluble like any other adventure game character, we could go for a dip. Why are all the adventure game characters averse to water? Mark could only deal with a little bit. The guy in Abduction refused to get his feet wet. The guy in the Mist games refuses to consider getting his feet wet. And we have a dome inside. Looks like another volcanic crater. There's a moiety knife stuck through the wall. Look at that from outside. Can we see it from there? It's not a moiety knife. It's another design of dagger stuck in the wall. Seemed that there would be some stress cracking going on from there, but there isn't. Alright, well, before we start messing with that, let's explore this thing here. There's a ladder and a poking stick. An ore with a point on the end of it. I don't know what that's for. I am sure I won't like it. See if we can get a better look at one of those things from the other side. I'm not sure we're going to like the answer. Because that one looks like it has manacles on the end of it. So does that one. They tie a prisoner to that ladder thing, roll him out there and chain him up for the works to feed. That would not surprise me with Gen being the jerk he is. pneumatic tube and large dome. And this thing is not lined up with the dome properly, so it's not going to be useful. But if we use the lens, we can figure out where the right place to press the button is. I think I want to go it's about here. Yep. And it makes sense that these domes are airlocks between Riven and the Expanse. But I still don't know why they have to spin in order to accomplish that. Okay, so this one is the dash. And we'll call this one Survey Island for reasons... or Map Island. Once we return, we're just going to extend the drawbridge and charge the marble for this side. Alright, two paths. This one up here does the charger, but I can't use the charger until we summon the thing to the correct position. I'll extend the gate while it's here. Whatever that floating thing there is. Sometimes you can see a work in here. I'm not seeing one today. Alright, what's over here? A button. And the oldest type of puzzle in the book. I always appreciated that Cyan had never resorted to sliding puzzles like this. in their games. But it looks like they now have. So, thanks, Cyan. Can I do it this way? No, I cannot. If I stack it like that, I can sneak that out. Alright, and that gives us some positions of marbles. This is a 5x5 grid, and there's 5 marbles on it. One for each of those pieces. If we press this button here, for example, then we see that thing sprout up over there, and it is kind of reminiscent of the prison island with the dome over here and the rest of the island there. We turn this one on. There's obviously the big dome and a smaller thing there. In fact, we just look, we see that one is shaped a lot like that. And I just completely forgot that that's how the things worked. And there's the workshop island that we originally got here from. This big one here is the village, which is that one there. And then this last one here is a survey island with the 2 tiers. And that's why this is called Survey Island or Map Island, because of this map. Alright, got that written down. Which a 5x5 grid happened to match this thing on the elevator that I didn't look at closely. And this counts as writing down your passwords and on a post-it note under your keyboard. And that seems to be a call button for yet another floor of the elevator, which is going sideways. Why is it going sideways? As well as up and down. That is a very large window. Alright. 2 arm thingies. Nothing like overcomplicating the equipment. And here we have apparently a security camera system that can be used to look around places. That's this island we're on now. This is that thing in the middle of the pool. I don't know if we looked at it when we were over there in the village, but it looks like there's a camera in the village. There's Catherine pacing her cell. That's where we started. Oh, and there's the guard. Let's watch him a moment. Maybe he'll do something embarrassing when he thinks nobody is watching. There he is. He's reenacting his glorious capture of how it should have gone when he started to capture us. Top of Boiler Island. There's the big dome. See the village island. Have we learned anything from this? I don't really think so. Except that we're being watched. Alright. And here we have buttons, and it turns on a light in a specific color. So the symbol there is a blue light. The dot is green. Have to grab by this one in the bottom, apparently. The horizontal eye, which we do not have, that does not match an island. Is yellow or orange. I'm not sure exactly which. The horizontal line, which is the symbol on this island's dome, is orange. Vertical pupil is right here, and it's red. And it seems to have attracted the attention of that fish thing there. It doesn't seem to enjoy the red light. It seems to be a bit miffed. Or disdainful of us. Don't know what it expected. But if we turn it off and back on, he's going to notice it again and come back around. He sounds grumpy. I think this is the third cycle. Maybe if you do this 5 times, he does something. Or, given that the Riven is like 6, maybe the 6th one will trigger something. Okay, I think that's 5, if I can still count. And now it has a headache and is going to leave us alone. Okay, I think we may have tormented that poor thing enough. We have one more symbol here to go, and we can tell that the thing that the lamp is bolted onto has broken off for whatever reason. So we don't get a color from this one. And of course it's going to be a color we need, because why wouldn't? Incidentally, to hold that much water back, you need a significant piece of glass. And to have a hole that big punched in a significant piece of glass like that, that fish thing was grumpy. Alright, let's go to this direction. Alright. And we don't really have anywhere else we need to go from here. At least until we turn the maglev around and go through that door. So let's wander down that direction and see where that goes. Alright. Door slides in. And here's that yellow room we saw over the path. There's a pool in there and an elevator shaft. But normally the pool would be at the bottom of the elevator shaft and not vertically in the middle of it. All right. And I'm sure there is some reason that Gen went to the extra hassle of building this construct. Yeah, there's the water stopping up there instead of, putting a staircase. But who are we to critique Gen's knowledge and wisdom? So this is encased in glass. Maybe there's a volcano under there? Yeah, it looks like a volcano. So that may be... the water may be there to shield stuff from the volcano. And it may be a secure... Who's that? And he's running away. Let's follow him. And this goes to another maglev. And he's borrowing that. And the button is jammed while it's in use. In the original game, that elevator didn't go down to a third level. The one out in the rocks didn't go down to a third level, I don't think. But it made you... this path here had a fork in the road that went off to the underwater camera and light bulb room instead of coming in here, or in addition to coming here. But now we can summon the thing because he's presumably off the maglev. There it is. I'm going to stand out of the way just in case it comes at me hard. And to be clear, for those who are maybe unsure, this is not the same maglev that we rode in on, because that maglev is at the top of that elevator in the lava room. Just to make sure that everybody's on the same page there, because they look alike. They have very similar mechanics and stuff, but it is not the same. Okay, that wall just appeared. Thank you, graphics card, I guess. And we're back on the village island. And I can see there's a passageway going off to that side, as well as a door on this. So we're going to have to do the same exact maglev rotation thing we did on the other side. Elevator. I am noticing there's no elevator inspection certificate, so maybe that's a bad sign. On the other hand, this is in Stallberg, so it may not be that big of a deal. This looks like a call button, and this very much looks like the yes, this is that work statue thing in the jungle. And if we remember from when we were here earlier, we noticed a catwalk. So maybe this elevator has another setting to go further up. And it looks like this place is well scratched, so we can go ahead and do that. Now that is open, that should stay open for quite a while. Don't know if it actually closes or not. See, there's that's where that totem thing was over there. Our dome for this island. And I don't remember what color, which symbol this dome is. I don't think it'll let me use the vertical slit. The vertical pupil is the jungle island. Also called Village Island because there's a village on it. Alright, let's go down here, charge the marble for this island, and then see what's up there. And we will continue in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time for more Let's Play Riven.